This team never, ever says no.
I didn't like this committee.
You say what you want. This is the best conference in America.
Anti-SEC.
For us to only have 3 teams in the playoff is a shame.
How about them Dogs?
I'm going to pass the mic over to SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey. Where is he? Here you go, Commissioner.
Congratulations to the University of Texas on making it here and playing in an incredible football game. An absolutely incredible football game.
It's a very simple question.
You know the truth. You know the truth. We're chasing memories tonight. So let's go make a damn good memory tonight. Come here, kid.
Never say die Dogs. Never say die Dogs.
Y'all know my pedigree. In 30 years of TV, sports, and news, I covered almost every major sporting event, including a bunch of UGA games, even shot for the Mark Richt Show. The Kerry Kinsey Show is next. Welcome to the Kerry Kinsey Show UGA College Football Playoff Report. I'm Kerry Kinsey. Coming up, do the Dogs have the best path to a Natty? Not only did the committee get it wrong all year long, we'll show you why they had an anti-SEC pro Big Ten bias. First, a shout out to my wife for that great UGA tease and that incredible open where she married old pictures of me back in the day with AI. Angela's a nurse, ER and ICU for more than 20 years, but she is so talented and beautiful too. I am so blessed to have her as my partner in life. Let's welcome in veteran news and sportscaster and an 82 UGA grad, Rich Lenz. Rich, you and I have more than 60 years experience of covering college football and major sports and news events. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. And you know, Kerry, we've been doing this, you say, for 60 years, but we've never done this before, right? This is a first-time deal, this 12-team playoff, and there's a lot to talk about and a lot to dissect.
Well, go Dogs no matter what. Now, I want to talk about this bracket because as soon as it came out, I immediately looked at the back end of it and I said Georgia and Oregon.
They got a great draw. Georgia got a great draw. I think they deserved it, though. I mean, they played the toughest schedule this year. It didn't look like the committee was really paying much attention to that in some regard. And apparently, you know, if you're an Alabama fan, you're going to say they didn't pay enough attention to it in terms of strength of schedule. I think strength of schedule is one of the most important things in all of college football. And it just matters who you play.
How are they going to look at strength of schedule? I know the chairman, I read a quote today that said the chairman said they absolutely look at it. Well, no, they don't. Can't tell me they do.
From talk of strength of schedule to what appears to be an obvious bias against the SEC. The committee was pro-Big Ten, and it all started at the top. And we know that the chairman was a lineman at Michigan, but let me tell you, only 3 people with SEC ties. A gal that played hoops at Georgia, a former defensive back at Alabama, and the Arkansas AD. That's it. You had 3 people with SEC ties. The rest of them, you had an AD from Navy, UVA. Come on. These people, I felt, did not know about college football. And the way they set it up from the start was Big Ten teams and Northern teams hosting Southern teams. They got that for the most part. But this was big-time anti-SEC because you could make an argument for 6 teams from the SEC going to the big dance. And look, we get 3 and they get 4, and their conference is not up to par with the conference that's won 13 of the last 18 national championships, 17, I believe, of the last 19 natties have gone to teams from the South. And there is a little bit of jealousy from the people not in the SEC. What do you say?
I agree with everything you said. You know, I mean, that's kind of mic drop right there. You know, I mean, you put it beautifully.
It's really a bad system. Here you go. You got me going. It's just a bad system. It's a bad system. I mean, those coaches ever been down here in the deep South into these stadiums and played in these games that are on this? So how do they even know? How do they even know what it's like to have to go win in these stadiums? It's just totally different. And you got to get up for it every week. It's a lot easier when you got to get up for 2 games a year.
There's this insanity to think that there's more Big Ten teams in this tournament than there are SEC schools. I thought the committee really did a terrible job. If you go back to the first week they released the poll, Georgia had lost, I guess, to Alabama. And they weren't even
team
in.
out. Right. First team out. You got to be kidding. Based on that schedule that they played, hey, they deserved the best bracket to the national championship. I'm sorry, Oregon, you do have a rough draw at the top of that thing. Here's 5 ways to fix this terrible playoff committee problem. Number 1, automatic bids to teams like Boise State can't happen. Maybe don't give one to the ACC. Number 2, give them to Big Ten and SEC conference champs and their tournaments, runner-ups possibly. Seed them like a basketball tournament. I test more weight towards strength of schedule.
That's the key. It's like great. You can give an automatic bid to Boise State or SMU, right? You give them an automatic bid, but you don't have to give them a bye.
How would you fix the mistakes the committee's made? Let's hear your comments and suggestions. Fastest break on video. Smash the like button. Comment and share if you care.
Thanks for watching. On our next show,
what's behind the SEC Commissioner's love affair with the University of Texas inside the Sankey snub? And why are there no statues honoring Herschel Walker in Athens or in his hometown? And you're going to flip when you hear some of these crazy names of these high school football teams.